There is a prison most people never see, never touch, never question. It has no walls, no chains, no bars, and no guards standing at the door. Yet once you enter it, escaping becomes harder than any real jail on earth. You wake up inside it every morning, you breathe inside it, you think inside it, you slowly build your entire life inside it. And the most dangerous part is this: you don't feel trapped. You believe you are free. This prison does not appear suddenly. It is not forced upon you. It is built quietly, patiently, over years, brick by brick, thought by thought. And these bricks are not made of iron or concrete. They are made of hesitation. Every time you avoid action, another brick is placed. Every time you delay, the walls rise a little higher. Every excuse adds a lock. Every "I'll start tomorrow" tightens the door. Without realizing it, your mind stops being a place you visit and becomes the place you live. This is the prison of the mind. This story is about a young man named Armand. Armand was not useless. He was not unintelligent. He was not lazy in the obvious way people judge laziness. In fact, Armand was sharp. He could think deeply. He could analyze problems clearly. He could imagine a better future in perfect detail. He knew exactly what he should be doing with his life. And that was exactly the problem. His mind worked faster than his body. His thoughts ran marathons while his actions stayed frozen at the starting line. From the outside, Armand looked calm, quiet, even composed. But inside, he was exhausted. Not from hard work, not from effort, but from endless thinking. His mind never rested. It was always planning, replaying, predicting, warning, imagining. Armand lived most of his life inside his head. He replayed conversations that had already ended and imagined saying the perfect words too late. He rehearsed arguments that never happened. He prepared himself for failures that had not even arrived. He lived future pain in advance and called it intelligence. He believed that if he thought enough, planned enough, analyzed enough, he could avoid suffering. But thinking more did not remove pain. It only postponed it. Every night before sleeping, his mind promised him change. Tomorrow I will start. Tomorrow I will be different. Tomorrow I will act. And every morning, fear took control of his body before his thoughts could move it. Slowly, silently, without him noticing. His mind stopped being a guide and became a judge. He told himself he was waiting for the right time. He told himself he needed clarity first. He told himself others were ahead because they were luckier, more confident, more supported. He told himself motivation would come one day and then everything would be easy. These thoughts sounded intelligent. They felt logical. They felt safe. But logic without movement slowly turns against you. Days passed without change, then weeks, then months, then years. And one painful truth followed him everywhere. Nothing in life changes when you don't move. His phone became his hiding place. Scrolling numbed the noise in his head for a few minutes. Watching videos distracted him from his own thoughts. But relief came with a hidden cost. Watching others succeed gave him temporary hope and permanent pain. Every success story reminded him of what he wasn't doing. Every achievement made him feel further behind. The moment the screen went dark, the prison returned stronger than before. Silence became loud. Stillness became unbearable. His own thoughts felt like accusations. Armand began to notice something terrifying. The less he acted, the more violent his thoughts became. His mind stopped whispering and started attacking. You are behind. You wasted your best years. You had potential and did nothing with it. It's too late now. These thoughts felt real because he never challenged them with action. When you don't act, your mind becomes the only authority. And the mind, when left alone for too long, does not show mercy. One night, overwhelmed by the noise inside his head, Armand stepped outside. The city was unusually quiet. The air felt heavy, almost still. He walked without purpose until he reached an old clock tower. The clock was broken. Its hands were frozen. Time had stopped there. People passed by without noticing it. But an old man sat near the tower, staring at the clock as if it meant something. After a long silence, the old man spoke. He said this clock hasn't moved in years, yet people still walk past it every day hoping that tomorrow it will show a different time. That sentence struck Armand harder than expected. The old man looked at him and said, "Most people live like this, cliff waiting, frozen, not because they cannot move, but because movement scares them more than staying stuck." Then he said something Armand would never forget. A mind without action doesn't protect you, it becomes your prison. That night, Armin finally saw the truth clearly. His mind was not confused. It was avoiding responsibility. It was not overthinking. To help him, he was overthinking, to delay discomfort. Every plan without action was self-betrayal. Every excuse was another locked door. And then came the most painful realization of all: clarity does not come before action. It comes because of action. The next morning, nothing magical happened. His problems were still there. Fear was still there. Doubt was louder than ever. But something inside him had shifted. He stopped negotiating with his feelings. He stopped waiting to feel ready. He did one small, uncomfortable thing, then another, then another. The fear did not disappear. But with every action, the noise inside, his head weakened. His mind tried to pull him back. What if this fails? What if people judge you? What if you are not enough? But this time, Armin did not argue. He moved, and with every movement, the prison lost power. He learned something simple and brutal: discipline is not motivation. Discipline is choosing discomfort now instead of regret later. Weeks passed. That months, Armin was still scared, still unsure, still imperfect. But he was no longer trapped. His mind became quieter, not because life became easier, but because he stopped avoiding action. He finally understood something most people never realize. The mind is a dangerous place when you live there but never leave it. Here is the lesson hidden inside this story. Your mind becomes a prison when you avoid action, not when you fail. Failure teaches. Stillness destroys. Thinking without action turns intelligence into suffering. Waiting for confidence keeps you weak. Acting while afraid makes you free. If you feel stuck, it is not because you don't know what to do. It is because you are avoiding the discomfort of doing it. The door is not locked. The key is not missing. You just have to push. If this story touched you, like, share, and subscribe for more stories.